Hello, and thank you for listening to the Theory of Creativity podcast. We are winding down to the last days of this podcast. Garrison, how do you feel about that?
Last days?
The last weeks.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Well, this one, right? We're almost done with this one, right?
I mean, I thought we weren't really closing our doors on this. We were just temporarily leaving it.
So we're just gonna put it on the back burner. Okay.
Like, cause I thought that we could still do this Theory of podcast, but like periodically, whenever we have the inspiration to like talk about a subject.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't, frighten the audience too soon.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be discussing food.
Yeah.
Delicious food. Okay, so you've seen Charlotte's Web, right?
Yep.
I think it was like 2000 or 1995 one, maybe. I think that's the one it was. Do you remember the rat in that movie?
He was like a shyster kind of character.
Yeah. He was a little swindler.
Mm-hmm.
Swindler. He sings this song about food, and that's what I imagine whenever I think about food. Like, food, glorious food. Just kind of goes through my head.
Well, I mean, you're always talking about how you don't want to poop and stuff.
I know, but the pooping though, like, it just takes too much time out of my day, just to like.
You need more fiber. It shouldn't take that long.
I know, I do, but I eat beans constantly. Maybe I'm just like, I don't want to fart too, and like I don't want to have to like let them go out of my body. I just want them to stay there.
Actually, yeah, that's maybe this. Well, yeah, I'll talk about it. A couple weeks ago, that's the reason why I was in the hospital.
Oh, you had the bubble gut.
What? What's that?
The bubble gut. It's where you get bubbles in your gut.
I'm not sure I follow.
That's what I call it when I have like a lot of gas. I call it the bubble gut.
No, like apparently I had like waste lodged in my colon, I guess.
Ow, how'd you do that? What were you eating?
Apparently they said I wasn't eating enough fiber, which is I mean I eat nothing but like beans and lentils and broccoli and all that stuff.
What did you say to the doctor? Was he like?
I was just kind of shocked, really.
Yeah, I would have been like, dude, that's all I eat. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe you need more like coffee or something.
Ugh, no.
No, because that'll make you poop.
Well, I mean, I don't have a hard time pooping.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about like the science about it real quick. Okay, so magnesium is really good. So if you want to like use your bowels a little bit more, magnesium is really good for muscle movement. That a lot of caffeine and coffee contains magnesium, and that's why when you drink coffee or like a lot of coffee, it'll make you poop.
Or I can just like those butt water things you stick up your butt.
What are they called? I don't know, but they look like little bullets, but they're clear. I know.
No, from personal experience.
Yes, I do. I've had many hard times pooping. I think maybe that's one thing we should talk about more, like just poop in general. So you know how I'm half Iranian, right? My parents talk all the time about how there's like 100 different words in Iranian for the word poop.
Wow.
That's why poop is such a funny thing in the culture. It's just a part of it.
Yeah. In some cultures, don't they like taste or like smell the poop for like something? They do it for like
a ceremonial.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Wow, this podcast is starting in a very strange place. It's supposed to be about food.
Food comes out though,
Yeah.
It's gotta come out somewhere.
So do you have any like favorite foods or anything?
Favorite foods. I love pizza a lot. I really like broccoli. Broccoli is really good. When you said broccoli, it kind of had me hankering for some broccoli. Though it does make me fart a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
As long as the audience doesn't hear me, right? I think that's important.
Come on, Sarah. Why'd you? Come on.
Garrison.
Don't blame me.
It was the chair. Yeah. So I like pasta. I like rice. Rice is really good. Some stews. Soup. I can eat some soup all day, every day. Like different types of soup, like lentil soup. I'm just gonna go on about different types of soup. Maybe I'm like the soup guy from Seinfeld. what is how does he say? He's like, you know, like my soup or something like that. I don't remember. I don't actually watch Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say that rice is probably one of my favorites. It's like there's so many different kinds, and it can be used with a lot of foods.
It's such a pure carb.
And I would say soup as well. Soup, it's just like a light, just slurp it down.
Oh yeah.
And especially like those, like eating. So do you eat soup or do you drink it?
I think we had this discussion. I think you eat soup. You can
I think
drink
there
soup.
I think there should be a word specifically for like how you consume soup.
Okay, so then why don't you come up with one?
Let's see, so you don't eat it, right?
No.
And you don't drink it. Well, you slurp it. You slurp soup.
But I mean, I feel like slurp isn't enough though. Like you can slurp soup, but I still feel like that's like an adjective of like what happens. It's like the sound that you make when you consume soup.
You absorb soup. You absorb it.
Yes. Yes, we had this whole conversation in the car at one point. We absorb soup.
Yeah, we did. Wow,
Yeah.
That's deja vu. Right. You were saying something, I think.
About soup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so speaking of soup, you know how a lot of people put MSG in like soup, like Campbell's was known for putting MSG in the soup? Well, we are coming up with a podcast called MSG.
So it's official now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I liked it. I like that name.
Yeah. It's called MSG, Movies with Sarah and Garrison. It's our new thing. That's replacing this podcast. We'll be like doing analysis and trivia and facts and stuff of different animated movies and TV shows. So keep an ear out for that. And
Don't fill up.
Don't fill up.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Don't fill up on MSG.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, MSG, monosodium glutamate.
Yeah.
Like there's been some controversy about that.
Yeah.
Like that it causes like neurological damage.
I don't see how it would though. I mean, like anything in an abundance can really fuck you up, but
Okay, now I remember. I was talking about spoons, I think. Like those like Chinese spoons.
oh yeah,
Those are like the best spoons.
the boat spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. For soup. I hope this makes you guys hungry. I'm starting to get hungry. I just had breakfast too. I had a bagel with some strawberry jelly on it this morning, and I'm on my second cup of coffee.
So you're about ready to drop one, aren't you?
I probably will in the next after this podcast. I'll probably be like, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. BRB.
You have any least favorite foods?
Ooh, least favorite. Asparagus. I'm not a huge fan of asparagus.
Really? Why not?
It makes your pee smell weird, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's no reason to not like it. It's tasty.
I mean, it's okay. It's got this like weird, I don't know. It's like a pungent taste to it. And it's like,
how are you cooking it?
maybe frying it in the pan, or I don't know, like what's the word? Grilling it or skilleting.
And it's pungent. It's pungent to you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just got this weird like it's like chewy like celery, right? It's got this like stringy taste to it, and then it's also got this like weird inner part. It feels like I'm eating.
You're not preparing it right, because it shouldn't be stringy like that.
No.
It shouldn't be chewy.
Okay. Okay, so asparagus, I'm not a huge fan of.
Because it makes your pee smell weird.
Yeah, and it's weirdly cooked. I just cook it weird, apparently. I used to not like grapefruit, but I'm okay with grapefruit now.
But you kind of have to like add stuff to it, right? Like,
you can add sugar.
then it's not good if you have to like add stuff to it.
That's a good point. But I'm okay with eating grapefruit as it is, and it's really good for making you poop. I'm all about. I am all about the pooping.
I'm glad you're comfortable talking about this.
Honestly, okay, I'm going to shout out to my best friend, though, because she's the one that talks about poop so much that now I'm just okay with just talking about it in general. So, thank you, Marcella. I love you.
Let's see.
Wait, do you have a least favorite?
Least favorite. Oysters. Even though I've only had them once, they almost made me throw up.
Ooh.
So
oysters are the ones that you have to like have them just slide down your throat, right? Like you're not supposed to chew on it.
Right. Yeah.
That's a weird concept.
Although I would say I usually try like most foods, but I would say like certain textures of food are a little challenging for me,
Yeah.
like slimy stuff.
Yeah, like I've had frogs legs that are really good, and I've had frogs legs that are really, really bad. And frogs legs, if prepared well, are absolutely out of this world delicious. It's like the best chicken you can imagine. But if you go to like a Chinese restaurant and get their buffet and eat those frogs legs, don't do it. Maybe it's all about the preparedness of it. But because you don't eat meat anymore, do you like, are you comfortable not eating meat anymore because like you've tried enough in your life?
Yeah, plus like the technology is getting like really really good for like meat substitutes,
Yeah.
so no, I don't really miss it.
Yeah, like there's like really delicious beet burgers apparently that like bleed when you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try one of those. Apparently, there's a restaurant down south of Dayton that has some really good beet burgers, and I don't know. I think it's called the North Star restaurant.
North Star like makes the little home little frozen food things, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they do.
I know that there's Daya is really good. I like their cheeses. I can't remember the name of the meat substitute brand, but they make like fish fillets. They make crab.
Yeah, I think like most they've gotten a lot of the meats pretty accurately for now, but like egg is still like really really challenging, I guess.
Yeah, there's no substitute for egg, I don't think. I mean, that's the one thing is like egg yolk. I think that's a really hard flavor to come by. So you know, there's like I think it's like 6 different tastes. There's salty, sweet, spicy, sour, or maybe there's 5.
Umami.
Yeah, the umami. Yeah, I just counted wrong.
Umami.
Yeah, so I think so umami is the flavor profile.
It's savory, right?
Yeah, yes. So I think like eggs are kind of savory, like egg yolks especially. They've got that like kind of fattening umami taste to it. Same with like certain types of mushrooms that are really high in protein. Yes, certain beans.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week. Like mushrooms are like nature's meat, right?
Yes. Love mushrooms. Actually, so the other day I made some meat substitute made out of potatoes, onions, and two different types of mushrooms and tofu. And I've still got some. It's really good. So I'm gonna have you try some a little bit. But yeah, I just it's like a ground meat substitute. I just chopped up all the vegetables and put them in a pan to kind of simmer for a little bit so that they would cook the potatoes a little bit better. And then I mean it's good. Like you wouldn't think it was not meat.
I've been like doing some research about like how to get the most nutrition from your foods and stuff. Like some foods are better cooked. Like I had a list like carrot. I want to say broccoli, maybe like steamed. Yeah, most things you don't want to boil.
Right. But like consuming them raw is like, do you get more nutrients from them being steamed versus raw? Yes,
yeah, like that, and cauliflower.
Yeah.
And tomatoes are better cooked because it's like your body. It's hard to absorb a certain compound in it. So you need to like cook it to like break down like the cell wall, so it's easier for your body to absorb. And like onions and mushrooms are like really hard to overcook. So
yeah, they are. That's one thing I really like about mushrooms. It's like okay, well that's interesting to know because like I'm always thinking like maybe I should just eat more raw vegetables, but in reality I don't think I really need to. I mean, I should probably eat more greens, but I don't.
Yeah, like kale's pretty good.
Kale is really good, especially on a burger. One thing I was thinking about before I decided to go vegan is like I was like, oh, you know, it's gonna be so good because then I won't get food poisoning anymore. And then I kind of forget that you can still get salmonella from lettuces and certain fruits and vegetables because they're just not washed well or.
Wait, I don't follow.
So like you know how there was like an outbreak of salmonella poisoning in romaine lettuce.
Whoa, wait, she poisons people?
Yes.
Salmonella Hayek
Yeah.
poisons people?
She's kind of a horrible person.
Yeah, you just don't know about people sometimes.
I know. Well, anyway, she poisoned the romaine lettuce. Like, I can't remember what company it was, but like
The Romanians? What did they do to her?
oh my god. Didn't can't get away from it. So yeah, like I thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna have to wash meat anymore in my kitchen and worry about food poisoning. But that's not really the case.
Right. Yeah, for those of you that still eat meat and stuff, when you're cutting it, don't cut your meat on like a wooden cutting board. Like cut it on like a plastic one, I guess. Because like the wood absorb the
Bacteria.
Like, right. So yeah, don't chop on wood.
Please. Yeah. I mean, okay, wait. Did you say your favorite food? I don't think you did.
I said rice.
Oh, rice. Okay. Food's good. Ooh, so check out mukbang. We were talking about doing a mukbang for a while.
Yeah, I kind of have second thoughts about that.
I don't think I could. I'm watching the people.
It just seems like kind of like show offy, like I'm eating and like I'm having a good time. And I forget the number, but like quite a few people in America, aren't eating every day, and I don't know, it just seems kind of
dickish.
Disrespectful, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching the people on YouTube do some mukbang. And for those of you who don't know what mukbang is, it's basically like food porn. So imagine like a tiny little person giving a large amount of food and being told to eat it in front of a camera so everybody can see you do it. That's what mukbang is. And it's kind of interesting to watch because you're like, oh, this looks really good. This food looks so good. And you get to watch them basically glutton themselves on some sort of food.
Okay, I'm sure some of them like say they'll say a week prior that they'll eat so and so food at this time. So within that week, the viewers can buy some similar foods and then eat it with them when the time comes. So it's like this big like family.
A feast.
Yeah, feast.
Huh. Yeah. Still can't get into it.
Ending world hunger by eating large amounts of food on screen.
Anyway, yeah, you can look it up.
You have anything else?
That's it. That's really all I got.
Well, catch us next week for I should really look.
Population.
Check us next week for population. That should be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.